You know, ever since we started teaching by Zoom and other online teaching platforms, we've experienced a lot of really kind of a lot of communication. Here are a couple of ways to make communication on Zoom a little bit easier. You know, I personally am not absolutely hating the whole virtual classroom and distance learning thing. No, it's not perfect. Yes, in-person classes are definitely better, but I'm, for one, trying to focus on the things that I can control instead of the things that I can't, and really doing what I can with the technology I have available to me rather than working against it. But you know, one thing that I really am having difficulty, as a lot of us are, with is communication in Zoom. And I don't mean kids answering questions or not answering questions. I mean, look, I teach middle school, so it's a crapshoot every day about that. But I'm talking about the technical problems that interfere with communication. Things like laggy audio or screens freezing up or kids getting kicked out of the Zoom meeting or whatever because their internet speed is not fast enough. There are certain things that are beyond our control. But within the confines of the Zoom program or any online meeting platform, we do have certain things that can improve communication. And here are just a couple of them that I use. So number one, make use of the Zoom raise hand feature. I call it the little blue Smurf hand. I don't know if they get the reference or if it's completely lost on them. Does anybody know Smurfs anymore? Comment below if you remember the Smurfs. Why was there only one Smurfette? Clearly, I was never a fan. I'm sure there's a reason. But so I have them use the raise hand because honestly, I'm looking in any given class at 20 faces, and sometimes if someone's just going like this, I'm not going to see them because sometimes, truth told, all their faces start to blend together after a while. But if I see their names down on the right and I see a little blue hand up next to a name, it's a lot easier for me to call on someone. Now, this is especially true when you are screen sharing because when you're screen sharing, it really limits the number of faces you can see. So if I can only see 5 faces, but Audrey is over here somewhere and Audrey has a question and she's raising her physical hand, I can't see it. But if she raises her little blue Smurf hand, I get an alert that pops up on the screen that lets me know that Audrey has a question. So definitely make use of that Zoom raise hand feature. It's going to make your conversations go a lot more smoothly and your communication is going to be improved as a result. So second, make use of the chat feature in Zoom. Now, I know a lot of teachers who turn the chat off. They certainly turn it off amongst the students, and I have a whole other video about chat, so I don't want to get too much into that right now. But I do allow the students to chat directly with me because, quite frankly, some of their audio just cannot be understood. It's, you know, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Say again? Say again. I spent the first couple of weeks really trying to understand what they were saying because I wanted them to be able to use their voices. But after a while, I'm like, look, just type it in chat. And if you're asking questions of the whole class and that person knows that their turn is coming up, make sure that they're writing it down in the chat before you get to them because there's nothing that kills a conversation and the momentum of a conversation that you're having more than stopping and waiting for somebody to hunt and peck their way through answering the question. So make sure you express to them, look, I'm asking like questions of the day, I often have, and with the question of the day, if you know your turn is coming up and it's the same question, just make sure you already have it written down so we don't have to wait 30 seconds or a minute for your answer or come back to you or potentially forget to come back to you. Just make sure that people understand that that procedure from the get-go. Don't even bother if their audio is clearly a problem. Don't even bother sitting there and trying to understand what they're saying, because you're just gonna give yourself a headache if you do. Make use of that chat. You're gonna save yourself a world of trouble if you do. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. If you got value from this video, do me a favor and smash that like button for me. And if you like this video, hey, check out another Zoom tip for teacher up here. It's another great one. If you like all my videos, why not subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep them coming. Hey, be well out there, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and take care of someone else. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.